Hi guys, how are you today? How many of you all are working from home for the first time ever? How many of you are working from home for the first time in a long time? Well, I'm not going to say I'm an expert on the subject, but I've done it a lot of years, and so I have some tips that have helped me. Maybe they'll help you too. First thing to do is find that spot in your home that can be just yours. You can be organized, you can have everything you need, your laptop, your pencils, your pens, your notepad, whatever it is that keeps you doing your business the best, keep it at that spot and be organized. The next thing is, if you're working for someone else, however much time they've asked you to put in for your time at home, your work time, give them that much time. If they want 40 hours a week, spend 40 hours a week working for them, not 35.5 or, 38.9. Give them 40 hours a week. So, now, have your coffee, have your tea. You can get up. You don't have to sit right in front of that computer for 40 hours a week, but you need to not walk off from your desk, watch a show, spend 45 minutes, an hour on Facebook. You need to give your employer the time that he's paying you for. It's not going to make you feel good if you don't. Okay, next thing I want to talk to you about. If you're working for yourself and you are your own boss, I find that's the hardest way to work. Because if I'm working for someone else, I know what those expectations are. If they want me to work 30 hours a week, I can write that down. I worked 3 hours and I was off an hour. I worked 6 hours and was off 2 hours. So easy to keep track of, because I'm going to give my employer exactly what he pays me for. Now, I will shortchange myself, but I'm not going to shortchange someone else. So if you're working for yourself, don't shortchange yourself. If you're going to try to build your business, then you have to let everyone in your family know that during this time and this time is when I'm working. And you say, well, I've got this to do and that to do. That's okay. There's a way to work around it, people. I have had little children and worked from home. I've had grown children and worked from home. I've done it both ways, and it can be done. You can get up before those children get up. You can go to bed after those children go to bed. But if you want to make your business work, you have got to put the time in, and it has got to be time devoted to that business. It can't be 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there and a phone call here and a phone call there. You have got to sit down and have a specific place that you work, and you've got to have specific business tools that you use, and you have to be devoted. And when you're not doing that, you're shortchanging yourself. So you're not giving yourself, you're not being a good steward of your time, for one thing. And I think that stewardship is very important in this life, whether it's what you do with your money, what you do with your time. You need to be a good steward. And if you're not, it's going to show up in your business. It's going to show up if you're working for someone, and it's going to show up if you're working for yourself. So that's the things that I want to tell you about that. The next thing that I want to tell you about is things are so different right now. I don't think I ever got up and just strictly worked in my pajamas. I'm not saying that's bad, but for me, I need to get up and I need to get dressed and I need to go to work. And if that means I'm going to my kitchen table to work, I need to put on my clothes and go to my kitchen table and sit down and start working. But to me, that is being organized. That is being disciplined. And part of my discipline is to get up and get dressed. Now, hey, I'm up right now. I have on a sweater. I have on yoga pants. I'm not saying you have to get up and you have to get dressed in a 3-piece suit, full face of makeup. As a matter of fact, I would say probably 3 to 4 days a week, I don't put one bit of makeup on. I had a Zoom meeting today, so I put on very light makeup. Just because I don't really care about looking at myself when I'm getting on that Zoom meeting without the makeup. I see myself and I don't like the way I look all washed out and sickly-ish and wrinkly. I like to have a little bit of makeup on, a little bit of color in my face, and then I feel like, okay, I can face the world. So I do that for me. I do a lot of things that I do because they make me feel good. And so that's why I'm sharing it with you. Now, as far as my time, I'm working for someone else, so I keep my time because he doesn't tell me, I want you to work from this hour to this hour. He does tell me how many hours a week he wants me to work. So the way I do that is I have a notepad, and I will get up and I will sit down at my makeshift desk that I have, and I will write down what time I start working. Well, then if I get distracted and I think, oh my gosh, I need to put a load of clothes in, I will look at my time. Okay, it is now 11:05. I will write down, at 11:05, I stopped working. I went, gathered up a load of clothes, put a load of clothes in the washer. I put a load of dishes in the dishwasher. I got out meat to cook for dinner. And then at 12:30, I sat down and started to work. So I write down 12:30. I continue that throughout my day, and at the end of each day, I will write down how many hours I put in that day. Now, some days I'm going to put in more hours than I will other days because that's what works for me. Now, if you are working for a company where you have to work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, that's fine. You do it that way, and you know what you've got to do. I will tell you, however, do not sit in front of that desk, that table, whatever it is. Do not sit there that whole entire time. Get up, walk around. If you need to take notes, carry your phone with you. You can talk into Siri. Hey, Siri, take a note. You can say that while you're walking laps around your desk if you have to, but do not sit there for 8 hours a day. It's going to cramp you up. It's going to make your back hurt. You're going to feel rotten. But anyway, those are my little tips for my working from home. The best thing that I can tell you about anything is be organized. Organize, organize, organize. The more organized you are, the better off you'll be. And take lots of notes. You know, they taught us in school to take notes, take notes, take notes. Some of us did, some of us didn't. But I will find that if I take notes while I'm going through my work day, it makes it easier for me the next day, especially as I get older, because I can glance back over my notes of what I did and what people said and just different things that happened, and it just makes the next day go smoother and smoother. So I hope this has helped you all and maybe given you a little bit of guidance for your working from home. If you have other tips and suggestions, feel free, send them to me. I love to hear and I love to share. Thanks. Bye-bye.